Hi everybody, it's Jalen and welcome back to my channel. So, at the beginning of July, I made this TikTok. Okay, I've seen a bunch of people do this, so let's see how many books I should read in July. 4? Okay, doable. I will stitch this or whatever when July's done. And now it is the end of July and I want to talk about the books I read. I did fulfill the goal of 4 books. I actually read 5. And I started a couple of new ones. I just haven't decided which one's gonna be my actual next read. I will try my best not to give any spoilers. But yeah, let's get on with the video. I will start with the one on the bottom, which is the Final Girl support group. I rated this book 3 stars and I really could have done like 2.5. I loved the beginning of it. I love the idea of it being there being a group of final girls, so women who survive massacres, and they meet every week for therapy, and somebody is taking them all out one by one and they kind of have to figure out how. As a slow reader, I really struggled with this one because there was so much detail that you didn't really need. And there was like literally plot twist after plot twist, which I usually enjoy, but this book, it was like kind of redundant, I think might be the correct word, where at the end you were kind of like, okay, Lynette, we get it, you think it's so-and-so, but it's not, and then you thought it was so-and-so, but it's not, and you think it was so-and-so, but it's not. And she obviously figured out who it was because she accused every person in her life. So yeah, I gave it a 3 stars. I did enjoy it except for all the excess explaining. If you're not a slow reader like me and don't get easily distracted, you might like it a little more than me. Next, I'm going to talk about Heartstopper 2, 3, and 4, which every book in the series I gave 5 stars. I couldn't not. So first we'll talk about book 2. Okay, book 2 was kind of the 2 boys getting to know each other and developing their relationship a lot more, which I loved. Gave it 5 stars. I loved it so much. This one was pretty, I mean, they're all really easy to read. And it is so cute. Again, if you can read graphic novels and you like graphic novels, I would highly suggest this book. It's super cute and super easy to read, and it's also a LGBTQ plus romance where one of the boys is bisexual, and it was a really, really good book and a really good read, and I highly suggest everybody reading it. Number 3, they went on a school vacation, a school trip, and they went to Paris. This was more about Charlie and Nick opening up to their friends about their relationship and their family, and I really liked that. I like how they brought more people into the book. The 2 first books were good though, it basically just being the 2 of them, and I loved it, and I could have read 10 books of it, but I really liked them adding the friends and the family into the book. Just a trigger warning for not the basic trigger warnings in this book, like homophobia and bullying and stuff like that. There is mention of an eating disorder in here. You can still get the gist of the story regardless of skipping those pages because it is just a sliver. And yeah, it was, again, really good. 5 stars, of course. Every book in the series got 5 stars from me. And then book 4. Huge trigger warning for this book. The whole book talks about eating disorder. The whole book, one of the boys is struggling with an eating disorder. So if that is too hard for you to read, I highly suggest not reading it. And it is anorexia, if I'm not mistaken. So basically, yeah, this whole book was one of the guys dealing with anorexia and the other guy, his boyfriend, feeling like he had to save him and he had to fix him. But these boys are literally kids. Like, Nick is 16 or 17 and Charlie is 15 or 14. Like, they're kids. And it showed like the mom of the guy who was like trying to like save his boyfriend, him opening up to his mom about it, and her being like, you can't do it alone, like let's make a plan of how you can help him. And like give him a plan of like who to go to and stuff, so I really like that. But I highly recommend reading trigger warnings for this book if you are nervous. But it was, again, a 5-star for me, and I loved it, and I can't wait for book 5 to come out, which I didn't even know about. I'm so excited. And then the last book, it is a series of unfortunate events number 3, and it is The Wide Open Window. So this book I also gave 3 stars. I'm reading the whole series because I loved the show and I loved the movie, and really I wish I would have read them as kids, but I didn't. I didn't like reading then. I now have the whole series. The Indigo in Charlottetown. I went in the other day and they had every book, so I bought every book. I was so excited. So number 3, again, the kids go through misfortune and they're telling the adults that's Count Olaf, and the adults are like, no. So it's just repetitive, but it's also a children's book, so I'm not going to give it below 3. If you don't like kind of like silly children's books, you know, don't read this. But I think they're all pretty cute and I enjoy them a lot. It's just an easy read for me, and it kind of breaks up the very heavy books I like to read. That's something I struggle with, is like I have no palate cleanser. That's why I started reading graphic novels, because they help a lot. But these books also did too. If you do like enjoy like children's books and it's like kind of like mystery and like thriller, but like at a kid's level, I would recommend reading these. I like them a lot, and I think they're like funny at times, and you're like, oh my god, how is everybody in this book so stupid besides main characters? But yeah, that's all. So that is all I have for today for you guys. I am actually proud of myself for sticking to the challenge, and really I wasn't even pushing myself to read that 5th one. It just happened to be a series of unfortunate events, and I finished it on time. So I hope you guys are doing great. I hope you're all taking care of your mental health and reading to your heart's desire. I will see you all next week. Bye!